on behalf of ISL Vadakan chapter and JAFFNA Managers Forum, we are welcoming all for this memorial lectures here in JAFFNA. First, we will start with our introduction. So, I am Bhargasan, Chairman, Northern Province ISL, and working with the National Southern Railway Group.
I am Raghunaran, who was understudy of engineering for about 3 years, and also all the time sought advice from him during my career. Yes, I always keep in contact with him. So I am thank you for inviting me to be here today. I am a chartered engineer and chat with the leader department.
I am Dr. Sivakumar, head civil engineering. I also had the privilege of working with him for a very short period during the Northeastern Provincial Council and the Province Irrigation Department. Initially, he worked as a consultant for doing some groundwater study in JAFFNA.
I am now Deputy General Manager of Sri Lanka Telecom. I am also a committee member of ISL. I am doing that working as an engineer in the National Board of Railway. I am Raghunaran, working with the Road Development Department of the North.
I am Sannabadan, National Secretary of
I am Niranjan, accountant by profession.
Hi, I'm Kalini. I work with the NDC partnership.
Hello, I'm Angini. I'm going for a master's in global health.
Shanti with President.
Jeevan Moore, education.
And Nirula, he is in
Thank you, sir, for that Makkal survey, Mahesaran survey in Bangalore. Avantraram Ragnam Avatar, late Ragnam Avatar, he did wonderful work with irrigation department. So he started a career with the irrigation department. Then we looked at organization in our country. So they made wonderful jobs all over the island. But that time it's a deputy director of irrigation is based on the outstanding performance. There is a director general and president. Then we get so that we were with our great Prathina at the final stage, making a proposal with the technology, water supply and sanitation project. We have close interactions with him. So he very strong with groundwater extraction and manageable and usable area. Based on his purview, we have extracting and using in Sandeyan Madhagal. He is very keen to extract. There is a water which is going to the sea without using others. That is a groundwater site. So, however, we proposed a scheme with the renewable energy. Now that is maintained by the community. So, these from ideas and views we are promoting with the community water supply scheme. At the same time, there is another I learned from him and applied. it is called this rural area. It is from hometown rural area. There is you all know there is a well. That well we connected with that is called Pokan. We connected to the bottom. There is not another. That is called Pokan. So we connected to the whole Katudai, then Kandroad area and Nava. So that also come from these codes and visions, so ideas. Then we all know from bottomless well structure code. So that is also one of the instruments when I work with the regional manager JAFFNA. So that actually and other areas suffered a lot, more than 3 or 4 years constructed and abandoned the cistern tanks along the areas. So we constructed a well from that area and we are using the water still they are using. The skills are now in operation in the proper way. Designs and constructions are done. So these thoughts and ideas we are using. So sometimes there are emphasizing thoughts is a difficult to practice. However, he did a lot of service to our modern area people. So I hope from our lecturers, Dr. Silomar will provide the welcome address. He is also very particular in the water management area, water resources and development. So senior lecturer from engineering faculty and having a good knowledge and experience about JAFFNA. So I will requesting to give a welcome address.
I would like to welcome all those who have come to this memorial talk of a great engineer who lived in this country. I have privilege to work with him very short period. The initial period of the Northeastern Provincial Council. He was one of the consultants to the Ministry of Construction and to Irrigation Department. He has a lot of his knowledge in groundwater and saving groundwater for our future generation by providing some sort of small barriers to prevent water going towards sea. So he has done a lot of research on that during that period. So I also actually associated with him in that work. And unfortunately, we couldn't continue that after 1.5 years due to the collapse of the Northeastern Provincial Council at the time. And with this very small introduction, I would like to welcome Dr. Vigneswar. He is one of our former Deputy Director in Irrigation Department. I think he is the ideal person to deliver a memorial related to this water and also spell out something about RATNA. And I welcome the Chairman IESL, Bharatidasan. And I am with pleasure I am welcoming Engineer Raghunathan. He is my second lost in my engineering career from Batikalo in 1985. So from that day, of course, he is my boss as well as he is my family friend, and still we are maintaining that relationship with us. And he worked, actually he reported to Ratnam in his first career, I think, and he is the proper person to deliver the keynote address and spell about Ratnam. And I welcome all of you for this forum. Thank you.
Next, keynote address. We are welcoming Engineer Raghunathan, former Secretary Ministry of Agriculture.
Good evening to all the engineers and management forum members who are assembled here. I had the pleasure of being sat sort of an apprentice under Ratnam in 1966. So I attended some notes. I would speak on first week, but then of course I was appointed as an irrigation engineer in 1966 and posted to work at the irrigation engineer's office. The irrigation engineer in charge was Engineer Muttam Ratnam, a strong, dynamic personality. The irrigation office was covering a vast area from Devahua Reservoir on the border of Mathura district, and included Kalava Reservoir, the Kalava Yodaya system, and its 60-odd minor tanks fed by and part of the Madavachi area electorate was covered by the irrigation office, including Mahalakshya and so the fair amount of major tanks in Andhra Pradesh system was covered under the irrigation engineer's office. Andhra. So I was posted to work as an assistant to the engineer Ratna. So those of who may not know what is Kalava Yoga, the Kalava tank was built by King Dharusena. And they had a channel cut to the city tanks, that is Nora, Isarova and Basava. The channel is about 60 or 50 odd miles long, and the drop is also about 50 feet. That is, the channel has been designed with a drop of 1 foot per mile approximately. And that was a brilliant engineering feat in the historical times. So they had done this channel, cut this channel, and I don't think they would have had any leveling instruments or that, but then still they were able to construct this tank. And if you have a vision, you can think that Kalava basin is one basin, and then the city tanks come onto Malvatoya basin. So when you cross one basin to another basin, now what we are doing is going for a tunnel or some other way of diverting the water. Here they have taken the water along a contour and slowly at the change of the catchment area, the channel mud which was on one side has come to the other side. So that is you can see how the channel bunds have been. Those are all contour channels, and so maintaining those, that is before the Mahavali water was issued to Anuradhapura, was a big problem because there wasn't sufficient water at that time, and big clamor for water, and it had to be judiciously managed, and with no computers or this. I remember how he plotted. He had about 10 years record of how the water levels varied and how much water was drawn from the sluice, and then predicted for the current year how he will manage the water from Kalava water issue and to end up at Tisar. So that's how he managed it. There were about in the Kalava system itself, there were about 4 technical assistants at the time. One at Kalava, one at Uttaloguma, one at Mayapaluma, and one at Tala. And of course, the city tax had a separate technical assistant. Of course, altogether there were about 11 technical assistants, and all those had a very system of duties to assign and perfectly supervised by engineer. So in 1967 or 68, I think there was a big flood damage all over the island, and Mr. Ratnam was able to restore most of the tanks in that area within the specified time of about 8 months. That was an achievement, and all over the island we had a big flood in 1968 or 69, I remember. 67, no? And now, of course, now in the if you go to a divisional like district agriculture committee, there is hardly any priority list. In those days, each district had a district priority list for restoration of irrigation tax or restoration on domestic irrigation tax, and those were first gone through, and the funds were allocated strictly on this list. There was hardly any political pressure to jump from one tank below to the tank above. So it was a very meticulously planned system. I was able to learn the intricacies in the irrigation engineering under the guidance of Engineer Ratna. He was kind but strict. I remember an instance when where I was reprimanded. There was an overhead tank similar to the present water supply tank. Was within the Vanyankulam camp. Vanyankulam camp, I think the biggest irrigation camp in all over the island. They had about 40 quarters itself, and there was a district irrigation, division irrigation engineer, and under him there was the irrigation engineer under. So all those quarters were water supply was looked after on this tank, and they got money to construct a new overhead tank. It's about 30 feet high, I remember. So, Mr. Engineer Ratna assigned me to supervise this construction of the top section of the tower, and the concreting those days was, of course, was there a small mixture, I think, and of course everything was passed by hand on a ladder. So the construction was going on, the concreting was going on, and there was it was about started in I think around 4 p.m. and it was going on, and 10 o'clock I was feeling dizzy and slowly went home and went to the quarters and slept. The following day, Engineer Ratna asked me, what happened, how was the concreting? I said I had to leave at about 11 o'clock. He was furious. This is not the way to supervise the concreting. You should have waited till the last concrete was laid, and that day was full blasting for me. So thereafter I never shirked my duty, and that's how we learned the intricacies that an engineer has to be there physically till the whole concreting exercise is completed. Then of course, Mr. Ratnam, there was an irrigation department recreation club close to the Jora border, and almost everybody goes in the evening to have a small drink. I of course don't drink at any time, so anyway, Mr. Ratnam tried me 2 or 3 times to make me drink. I never took a liquor, and so he said, this is usual. Then he said to suggested his boss, he went to the club secretary. So I was made club secretary and went to look after how the liquor was coming in and going out. Daily I had to keep account. So that he was making optimal use of myself, because he know that I will never take the drink and prefer a drink. So that is a part of management, no? So at that time, there were very fairly senior engineers in the under district. Of course, the senior most was Engineer R.D. Fernando. Then there was approximately Ratnam's batch Engineer Ratna Singham, who was in the district engineer railways, and of course there was the highway department and the building department. I immediately remember the charge, and of course they had their collaboration with themselves. There was also Engineer Rajalingam attached to the DIE's office, and Chelvaraja. Both of them were BE Engineering of Bombay University. Of course, Ratnam, R.D. Fernando, and were all products of the technical college. They passed the London exam and got the Bachelor of Engineering from the London University. So, these are at the time, of course, the universities had not opened the engineering faculty, so they sent for the University of London engineering exams. And of course, if you have, those who are still living is BLO Mendes, if I remember. These are people I can remember who are still living in that era, who had passed from London, from Sri Lanka, London exams. BSc Engineering of London University. So coming, so Mr. Ratnam after that time, I think he went over to as irrigation engineer in Colombo. Irrigation engineer in Colombo was a very difficult job because at the time we didn't have this, all these corporations, land reclamation corporation, all those were there. So the irrigation engineer had to manage all the flood control of Kelani. That was no easy task. So we have to see judiciously control the outlets at Paliagoda, and that's the outlet. There are two flood outlets, and of course you have to ensure that the Kelani Bund is maintained in very good condition so that the Colombo town is safe from Kelani. Otherwise, you may not know that Colombo itself, approximately 30% of the land is below sea level. So this bund provides the protection for against the Kalani water entering those lands. Mr. Ratnam thereafter was promoted in the head office, and I remember most of my engineer ADS telling me even yesterday. Colombo. So he was telling, he was the man who proposed me as a committee member for the irrigation department engineers union, and he gratefully remembers that. He says he was always very keen to get the young engineers to take important positions in the trade union matters and also department works. I remember another case, of course I have to tell that I was attached to Mahavali system in 1970, and there was I told before you one was CVT. He was he was little, I mean, as a JAFFNA quality, little communal. So at the time there was another engineer who came from head office, and he wanted to get some fuel from it. Those days you can't buy fuel over the counter, you have to go through a petrol order and get it from a petrol shed. So this man wrote Navaratna. So he wrote a letter to please issue me so much. So this man said, make a single year again. So anyway, that man then wrote to single. So after within 1 or 2 days, there was some problem for engineer. Navaratna was the irrigation engineer in charge, and he had to. There was some labor dispute, and this engineer who came from head office Colombo had to intervene. So, after settling the issue, he said, in Sinhalese, what was he said as more Sinhalese, not Sinhalese. Until he was telling, but he had a more holistic approach, and he was not but he was blamed Navaratna for being very particularly being too much singular mind. So, and later, I remember there was a problem and Mr. Ratnam was asked to inquire in the head office, and he settled that there was a problem with two single engineers, and he settled that very amicably, and everybody was happy. So these are reminiscences of Engineer Ratnam. Later, after he left for Nigeria and came back, of course, he volunteered to help the Northeast Provincial Council and work in JAFFNA, and being a student or follower of Engineer Ratnam, he readily agreed to help Engineer Ratnam to have small office in JAFFNA and study the various intricacies of the groundwater. So I still remember him to be a very humane, efficient, helpful engineer, and who always looked after his subordinates and ensured that they learned the profession properly and become useful engineers to the Sri Lanka. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That's a brief introduction and so I hope very and I also remind him that in front of our former minister, this was now. So people are around. I hope he did whatever possible way, however he can contribute a lot of things to the development of groundwater. So the groundwater development for the JAFFNA Peninsula is very important. At this juncture, I am calling Dr. A. Vigneswaran, former Secretary, Northern Provincial Council. Northeast. Northeast.
Mr. Chairman, other members of the table, fellow engineers, and other distribution visitors. Let me first thank the organizers of this movement, Mr. Ramdasan and Engineer Ramdasan and Engineer Varidasan. The two of them felt that it's time that some of the engineers who contributed to the development of JAFFNA as well as the rest of the country should be honored in JAFFNA. And for that reason, they thought of having a memorial lecture. And the topic, of course, chosen is water for JAFFNA, but let me first tell you how I have my acquaintances with Engineer Ratnam. When I joined the department as an AIE, Assistant Engineer, in 1965, he was too senior. I think he was more than 15 years my senior, and I didn't have any direct contact with him. Unlike Engineer Raghunathan, who was fortunate enough to have some meetings with him. And subsequently, when I only knew that there was Engineer Ratnam, who became a deputy director in Colombo. Similarly, there was Engineer Arundam, who was the senior most deputy director. And we had to go to them only to get our charter papers or something signed. So I got Engineer Arundam to sign the charter papers, so I didn't get a chance to signing the papers. That's by the way. But then we all knew that he left the country. He got early retirement and left the country. And that's the time I got to know why. Because he had two sons who were standardized, so to say. They could enter the university system and they could do engineering in Sri Lanka. So he wanted to support them to do engineering in UK. And for that reason he decided to retire and then work abroad so that he can find the money to educate the two sons as engineers. Fortunately, the two of them became engineers, civil engineers, and one of them I think came back to Sri Lanka, the other one went to Singapore. The one who came to Sri Lanka, and at that time I was resident engineer in the Neighborhood project. I have my PhD, I have been working in the laboratory, but I was sent as resident engineer in Neighborhood. And Mr. Ratan had asked Mr. Engineer Fernando to send his son to work with me. And that's how my first acquaintance with the family starts. He came to work as an assistant engineer with me in Neighborhood. And from there, of course, we continued, we had a friendship, we continued. And then I got to know, after Engineer Ratnam returned to Sri Lanka, I got to know him quite well, his family, everybody I got to know him. It was all after 81 that I got to know the others in the family. And later, of course, the friendship continues with the children. So much so that yesterday I had a telephone, I called him and asked him something. So when I asked him about his religious activities, and Engineer Ratnam's brother is also here, and he said no religious activities, it's only social activities. And that's how he was. Now, later when I became secretary in the Northeast province, with Engineer Raghunathan as another secretary for irrigation and housing. That's the time I knew that he was working as a consultant for his ministry and working on JAFFNA waters, particularly groundwater projects in JAFFNA. Because he was very keen that he has to do something to JAFFNA, particularly the problem of water. He realized that it is going to be a very serious problem. So I knew that, and then thereafter, of course, I had contact with him on that. And just 1 year before he passed away, I had a long discussion with him about JAFFNA water. That was 2000 and he passed away in December 2016. I think at the beginning of 2016, particularly when this Iranamadu issue was being discussed here, he had very specific ideas on how the water problem for JAFFNA could be resolved. He didn't think of any rivers from outside. He said, no, first we must use the water that already falls on the surface. And he felt that we have been not allowing this water to be maximized, the usage. We are allowing it to evaporate, and we are really not making full use of the water. And he talked about recharging the small tanks, recharging the wells. Even he was talking about cutting canals, contour canals, where spring water comes, intercepting and then diverting to wells or to areas which were short of water. So he had this very clear concept. He said, no rainwater, there is sufficient rain, we can use it. But he was also warning, we are having problems of excess use of fertilizer. That is going to be a problem for us because we have been using it and now it is very difficult to get that fertilizer, the heavy metals and nitrates and phosphates out. That was one of the things that he was talking about. So he had this concept of maximize the rainfall that falls on the country and to really thereafter look for other sources if that is not adequate. He didn't think that diversion from other sources was an immediate necessity. So let me, having said this about Engineer Ratnam, let me get on to with my talk. First, next slide please. Now this just gives you an idea of the population of all the provinces. I gave this, can you see that northern province, density of population is 129. And of course, JAFFNA district by itself is high, but this is the situation we are having. And we have to realize that this is going to create social problems at some point or other. Okay, the next slide please. Now, look at the paddy cultivation. District-wise and province-wise. The highest in the east, 935 hectares. Okay, and then it comes down. So you go to the next slide, northern province comes down. 124,000. What is the comparison between the east and the north? Obviously, the east would like to work in the north, as it is. And so this is one thing. We don't realize how we are lagging in everything. This lagging in paddy cultivation. I'm not talking just of JAFFNA, but look at the north. University we say is the granary of the north. But what's the acreage? Only 51,000 hectares, mana, and so on. So we can increase, but that's not going to be very much. That is how. So we have to realize that we are lagging behind in all these. Next slide please. Now paddy cultivation, they are district-wise, but JAFFNA is not shown because that's almost zero when you compare percentage-wise. Next one please. Okay, that's yes. And the next one. Now this is what can you see the distribution of industries? You see the western province, this was a few years ago, 3,780 industries in the western province. You can see district-wise. As you keep coming down, north-western and so on, the lowest is 56, but we take the next one. No, before there was another slide where the north is shown. The next slide number 8. What I want to show is the number of industries in the north as compared to what we have 3,780. It's just 23. 23. That's the lowest. So,
That is also small scale.
pardon?
That is also
That's also small scale. So, we are lagging behind in agriculture, we are lagging behind in industries. Okay, now okay, so you can see the water requirements of the JAFFNA. You need water for domestic purpose, agriculture, industry. And you know what has happened to the groundwater in JAFFNA. And when you have, you can see the dissolved nitrates and phosphates and all that because of the use of fertilizers, excessive use. Now that is also preventing both agriculture. In some of these places now you cannot grow what you have been growing before. And there you have the contamination of the natural feeds, then all these excessive pumps, then you know the use of the oil pollution. I'll come to that as we go along. There is something more I would like to say. So we now have only about 25% of water that we can use for drinking. And then we have, of course, I have talked about industries and agriculture. Next slide please. Okay, now you know JAFFNA comes the dry zone, and here the intermediate zone marked there, and which means we have an average rainfall of 50 inches annual rainfall. And we have there underlay with limestone. That is the other. So these are issues that we have to take into consideration in any development project. Next slide, please. Okay, now this is what I want to do. You should see. Okay, if you look at this, this is a map produced from publication by Valendran, then Arnab and Pansirman. This was done in the 60s. Now you can see the salinity rate, different shades of red, green, light blue, less salinity, and you will see which are the saline areas, right? And where you can also see the areas where you can have good agricultural crops. Now this area of blue is least salinity, and you have what you call reddish brown soil as well. But most importantly, you see tuna oil. If it is allowed to spread, it will cover the rest of the area. Because salinity would have covered the other areas. Tuna oil allowed to go, but JAFFNA would have been made in an This is the as I saw that after several years, that's the first impression I got. You can see the tract of area which is agricultural rich area, and you will have that problem. Now these were done with about 400 wells all over the country, all over the JAFFNA Peninsula, and in the 60s. And I don't know whether they are doing this subsequent test. I don't know. Any test? So, shall we get to the next one, please? Okay, now you can see this was again produced by Valendra. So you can see the limestone areas, JAFFNA University, others are in local, and then you have to you look at Tirunelveli, salinity is only 42, right? And that's one of those good areas. And let's get to the limestone. Let's get to the next area, next slide. Then you have now next one. Next slide, please. Now, crystalline limestone, but there is no problem of chloride. Now that I come to the crystalline limestone storage, it's another issue. But that's because it's in the middle of the country, so obviously no salinity. But we have other problems with limestone. So you see, where you have limestone and on top of it you have salinity, we have problems. We have had both problems. Engineering problems as a result. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, you know this one is standard. Sample. That. And rain from clouds. You see, Engineer Ratnam have really been studying this kind of thing and as to how the water goes in. But most important is leaching. Can we leach out everything that is there underground? That's a question I think that we may not be able to do because you must have sufficient tape to leach out. Otherwise, we are going to push it out. That is one of the biggest issues that we are going to face. Next slide, please. Okay, now let us have what are the possible proposals? I have subdivided it into two. Intra-peninsula and extra-peninsula. That is what you can do within the peninsula without any water coming from outside. The other is what you really need the water from outside. That's the rainwater harvesting. They have started with rainwater harvesting, but have they had any prior planning? The rainwater harvesting is something it is done all over areas where there is water problem. But here we go to do it in kites. Yes, kites requires it, but this kites are priority. Kites has communication by road. So very soon we'll have water pipelines, engineering Vareda's pipeline going to kites. So these should have really been done in the isolated islands to start with. But it's easier for those who are doing it to do it in kites. So that's how the water harvesting has started in kites. Okay, now we get to the next one. Desalination of seawater. You know, desalination is an expensive affair, but we may require it in some areas, but we cannot have it throughout the area. Just to start with, you know, an expert study has been done. They said the minimum cost of desalinated water will be $1 per cubic meter, which is roughly 150 rupees per cubic meter. But we spend about 50 rupees per cubic meter for normal water supply. No, still in fact it's okay. Okay, yeah, that's one. The rest is, of course, we have the issue of waste, what you do with the waste, and whether you can have desalinated water for everything. Obviously, we cannot be using desalinated water for the gardening. We can't be using desalinated water for industries. Yes, provided industry to pay for it. We have to pay for it, not for the general water supply. So, there again, I would say, give desalinated water for drinking purposes in the isolated islands to start with. And then, as we go along, you will see the map, salinity map. That would indicate or tell the place where you want to give. But before that, I suppose we will get water from other sources, and that should solve the problem. But we need to get because we cannot use desalinated water for everything, industries and agriculture, etc. So it's an expensive business. Okay, next one is right. Now this one is something I most of you may have heard of it. Engineer Vareda's may have heard of it. And maybe Kundamana. That's the name I have. Now this is what Professor Indonesia Raja has been talking about. And what he, I will, maybe if you can get back to that desalination map, this is easy to explain. After this one, this is easier to explain. Now, the proposal is now 78 square kilometers is the extent of Padavarachi lagoon. Now you have the lagoons, Padavarachi lagoon, Uppar lagoon for the Pemarachi. Now, that is 78 square kilometers and 50 inches of rain. So, if in 1 year there is rainfall within the Pemarachi lagoon, and so that will have a certain amount of water, and then the area 78 to be reduced to a tank which will be only 10 square kilometers, which means evaporation losses can be minimized. So 78 is reduced to that, and obviously you have to pump the balance water into that. So as we said, construct a tank, and that should have 20 million cubic meters of rainwater collection. This is the conceptual design. Now this one, there are problems here which have not been still looked at. We are in the limestone area. The moment we build up and have another 10 feet of water, which is water here, either we will have more caverns, whether that water will remain or we will get, we don't know. So that has to be studied. We can't say otherwise. Conceptually, it's all right. If it was a nice granite area, then probably it will be a different thing. But here we have this problem of limestone. So this is the proposal, and it has got cabinet approval last week, and to further investigate and proceed on. That is what we understand. But that for that tank. Tundamana, new tank, 10 square. Inside that. Inside. Other part. Just 10 square.
Not inside there. I thought that with the expert pass. This no. This is a arm of the industry. This tank.
Location is okay, I will show you.
Not that. Down. Little bit down.
The northern part. The details are not. But what is important is that they have. This has been discussed at the colloquium, I told. Colloquium here earlier. But unfortunately, the colloquium engineers experience with the limestone, with the water problems in JAFFNA were not invited for the colloquium. So now, once this is talked about, and then the issue of cabinet decision having already been obtained, now the issues are not coming out. So I think
which ministry is in the cabinet paper?
Cabinet paper gone from the irrigation.
Without any relevance with no concern about people.
No, people concerned. For approval in principle, for principle, in yeah, to proceed. But the thing is that even at that stage, no one has talked about limestone. You know, this aspect has not been mentioned in the cabinet paper at all. That has been mentioned probably we have to look into. So that's because the peculiar problems of JAFFNA have not been put into that okay, so that's the. So I call it Tondaman tank, not this Arungam Tondaman. So this is called Tondaman was due to Karikara Tondaman. So this. So now we go to the next one. Arungam scheme. Now here again, people have been misled. So many people have been asked, you are going to have Arungam river. The river to JAFFNA. Now we have already shown that no such thing is possible, and we don't have to go through that all again. Everyone knows about it, right? Where you will have, if water is full in the southern lagoon, and then it is at maximum height of 4 feet of a vessel, water at the extreme Tundamana is at the lowest possible, which is minus 3 point something. Then the head causing flow will be only about 7 feet. 7 feet over 34 miles is not enough for even the you can only link up the water, but there will be no flow. So that is all they have. I think is you can solve the problem with that. But by linking up, yes, good things can be done. We can ensure that salinity can be reduced over a period of time, and that is what I would recommend. That is, you have the next one is Look at the map. You have now, you can see Kundamanar Lagoon on the top, Kundamanar Barrage. Extreme north, you have Ariara Barrage also left, and then the proposed million canal part of it done. Now, the whole idea is to convert that into fresh water, sheet of fresh water. That can be done. We will have to have at least two more regulators. One at the Bullion end, the other one linking up the two. So that, and then you regulate the water. That is something which will, on the whole, over a period of time, JAFFNA Peninsula will start losing its salinity. This is, but it's not something that can be done overnight. These regulators can be done overnight, but there will be time taken, maybe 10 years, 15 years to do it.
Regarding the title, that Arno mentioned that River Hoya?
No, he never mentioned. I have read through all his. He never said about he talked about.
River Hoya, he not mentioned saying that
no, he has not mentioned.
Now only they are putting that title.
They are only putting the title on the top, but nothing is clear. Okay, I have read through all that. For question conference and all that, even the, but it's not there. Basically, no revise possible, but he can certainly convert that water to heat of fresh water, and that is something that is also a possible.
Now they say, everything is coming.
Pardon?
Moreover, is getting all refrigeration.
Yes.
Exhibition and
so, whether that
will like it or not, they will bring the water.
Yeah, they bring the water, but before that, the NCP will take the water before that. NCP itself.
You may not get a drop of water at all.
Yes, at all. Chairman water may not get the water.
Yeah, you will not get the one drop of water. You know what happened at the issue start, issue water to Deva. The water will be cooler. They are very busy with their system.
Okay, now I'll show you the system. You go to the next one.
Yeah, this all is
so here, whatever I have to the South Lagoon, even past Lagoon, and we have to send the water whenever possible. But that lagoon itself cannot be converted into full fresh water lagoon because a lot of evaporation during the dry season. But there is a period during which you can get the water through. The next one is supply of water. Now I am talking the extra peninsula projects. That is all this while I talked about what is inside the peninsula, outside the peninsula. First stage we talked about water from I think we have been talking about this for some years. Now the last time the proposal was increase the capacity to 120,000 acre feet. The tank started in 1902. When this was being proposed, it was understood and it was clearly mentioned somewhere that 10,000 acre feet will be reserved for water security out of that. But that didn't take place.
Sir, that not 2014, that is 2005.
I
started that mentioned 2005.
Okay, but it started construction in 2004.
Yeah.
Now, very interesting.
That credit have to go to the others, not
right. I don't.
2005.
Okay. Now, we say we are talking about 20,000 acres under Illinois, of which about 14,000 are private lands owned by individuals. It so happens that about 14,000 belong to people from JAFFNA. So they are the people who are also.
It was part of JAFFNA district.
Yeah, it was part of it. Now,
what is the problem?
But they are not allowing the water to come into the peninsula.
But this is part of JAFFNA, it was part of the JAFFNA district.
Yes. But now they say no, Kilimanjaro water not for JAFFNA. Okay, so that's a problem. We can't share.
In the Mudda is in Mudda.
Yeah, in the Mudda tank, but the tank one is in
people are mentioning that it is not
we will keep water. keep on talking and arguing before
Okay,
the others hear. Okay, now that's it. Now, so this is something which, if they are not going to have order from the order, what are the other possibilities from outside? So that will be extra. Now, according to elephant mass tank, now that's something maybe I don't know you are heard of it. Right, okay, now that's is a new concept. In the elephant just close to elephant pass, about 2.5 square kilometers of area is to be carved out like in the other Kundavanada, but this is 2.5, that was 10. Carved out and a tank built, raised, but of course it is underneath sand, so that sand you will have to protect, but use the latest geotechnical methods to see that it becomes impermeable, and you fill up the tank with fresh water whenever there is water spilling down in the water tank, or you have to release some water to fill this. Now that the engineering problem is how to make that again impermeable. That's the engineering problem, and of course we don't know how the limestone will be able as you place water in. That's another thing. But where are you going with the water from? 2 kilometers downstream of the spillway, the weir is to be constructed, and from there the water has to be pumped. There will be sufficient liquid water flowing. Water has to be pumped. Now this has been again proposed. I think there's one purpose in the aware of it. And then that water is to be what we call constructed wetlands, which is said to have a constructed wetland that's to take away the phosphates and nitrates and all those, and then sent to part of the treatment. This is also a proposal which is has been more or less designed, but no decisions taken. So that's maybe knowing, but okay. Now I get it as a purely on scholarly basis. I get this information from the people who are designing this. That's all. But I thought I must share it with everybody. That these are things we should know is happening with our lives. And yet if we don't know that these are happening, then it's not good for us. The next one is now I am coming to the next one. If water from Nillamani downstream, that water cannot be used for whatever reasons, then is still we can go back to the original Kanakarayanadu. Now this one, now this is actually part of the Mahavir project. Right? We had at that time the original process. You see Panayya reservoir, Kaliya reservoir, and Kanakarayanadu reservoir above. I on this side. L of course is finished. M is yet to be started. S started. Okay. Now there is this upper Kanakarayanadu reservoir is there. That has been proposed. We can still use it. There is a so I'm calling the Pelli Kanakarayanadu. Not much of catchment, but it's a 20 square feet, which is about here. And we can have a smaller tank. From there, we can have a water supply for JAFFNA as well as Mangalore, if you want. But the length of pipeline in JAFFNA will be very, very long. We go more than 100 meters. So that is something we have to think of if you are going to go for that. But that's it. You can have it purely for water supply for JAFFNA and Mangalore. Right? And then Mahavi water comes. That is augmented if and when it comes. Okay, that is one. And I call it Periya Kanagarayana, so that is Kanagarayana.
Yes. But that proposal in 2005 in plenary clearly discussed and agreed that Upper Sabha.
Yeah. Okay. Is it the same? No. Yes, same, but only problem is as a little you might get into this is now in Bhavnia district. We have passed in the people break down. Nobody got it. This is our kind of pettiness. Now coming on to the next one. Now look at Parangya. Now there is a proposal now. Parangya upper and Parangya lower. Now Parangya upper, the details are there and there. On the slide. Catchment of Parangya is 325 square miles as opposed to 384 Karangara. It's a big river. And we are going to intersect it at the land side. We have 128 square miles there. And there would be an upper Karangara and upper Parangya. You can get Mahavi water, but forget about the Mahavi water. We can have this independent. And that is so we can get the supply, water supply for JAFFNA as well as for Mangalore from that as well. The same way, we can have a lower Parangya, which will be a larger tank and a larger catchment of like a tank, combining the Pune tank, and that will augment Pavnikura as well as give water supply to Manna. Because Manna current water supply is not. That's right. Pure tank. Pure tank.
So that is another phase.
No, you can.
There is two arguments. Parangya and Parangya.
I'm not talking about
But both can combine for the downstream of Manya.
Yes, you can, but time is
But sir, this one, Parangya, already small portion is captured for the Ronia.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is it. Now, so these are the yes. So these are the projects that are currently in there, and no one seems to have a say the design, say the planning, or this is what.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Right. Now that is because we don't have the established infrastructure for that. If I would say there has to be a Ministry of Infrastructure Development for the north, by itself, and that should have a consultancy bureau as part of that to do the design and the planning and things like that. Not only the irrigation, even for also infrastructure. Plus, of course, the irrigation department should be having a groundwater division by itself and a mine tanks division to handle this. Because as it is, organizationally, there is not capable organization.
In these matters, what authority has the provincial council? One question. The second question is, has anyone looked at cadmium being brought in with Mahavi water?
Right. Cadmium being that has been a serious kind of heavy metals. a serious issue, and that's why we are trying to avoid using still waters or water that has been used for irrigation and then coming into the drainage. So if we can have now Harangiyaru is by itself on its own, cadmium getting is very remote. The same way, if you have Periya Kangaraya without getting Mahavi water, it's safe. So these are two aspects. As for the provincial council, setting up is not a problem. I will now come to that issue that.
So why are they not doing it?
That I cannot answer that question. You are this part of the agreement. Okay. Now I will tell you when I happened to be secretary of the Northeast, right? At that time, G.R. was an issue certificate. He got a circulation. That was very clear. He said, provincial councils are for the development of the provinces, and not less than 50% of the secretaries should belong to non-SLA services. Very clear. In other words, non-SLA should be more than SLAs, secretaries. He should, and that's how we became a secretary. I was a secretary, and there was another new secretary. Right? That's how we, and how Dr. Nachayani became Ministry of Health, and Mr. Mansoor was Secretary of Education. He was satisfied with that condition. No, it is not that because of the law. It can be if the administration that have been elected wants to, they can do it. And there is also another rule. You don't have to have only 5 ministries. You only have to have 5 ministers. Each minister can have 2 ministries or 3 ministries. For instance, then the chief minister had, he was also having education separately, health separately. It's there. And that is possible. There is nothing against the 13th Amendment. So these, first we should set up these, and then it's much easier. Now, for instance, I can't see how the groundwater can be studied in this unless you have a structure, organizational structure for that. And the minor tanks, I think Engineer Ramdas will tell you, there is a proposal now, do it even by private on their own, for the people to do it, to grease it and let the water get in and percolate into the aquifers. Yes. So these are things that you can see. Now, so I can't say more than this, except that these things are not impossible. Only where they are going to realize. So you see, he wanted to give health services, education. That's what he wanted. He wanted to give small industries, not only small. He was developing industries as well as agriculture. All that he was preparing the roads. All these. So he saw to me that you must have the correct people. And we went along with that, but that all that was turned upside down. And then you have a deputy chief secretary for engineering who does very little, who does nothing. So this is the problem. So anyway, that's all I can say. So let me first conclude by the references are there. Let me conclude by thanking the organizers and the opportunity to speak on this. And I have placed before you whatever.
I can't explain.
Pardon?
I can't explain that slide also.
Slide one?
No, before
that. No, the one before this. This is the Mahavadi.
No, after this.
After this, okay.
Again?
This one.
Other one.
No, this one.
No, other one I want.
I will explain that also. Okay, this is the Mahavadi map. You probably would have come across it, or may not have come across it, because it's not easily available. Right?
It's not easy, it's in the national address.
Yes.
National address was
right now.
So you see,
H is the Karavala area that Ramnath was talking about. I comes Mandatory Area. That you can see the R. J is Karya Padyana. K is Karayana. You know, English Jano, it is Jano. English Jano. No. English not Jano. That is Manala. Anyway, but a system. Jano is in so you have that welfare which was done immediately after the takeover. Taken up. And now you have that township called the neighborhood township. And the end there is a Sampatnur. Sampatnur is in Baunia. But Sampatnur in Lativ district, a large segment of the Veliloya coming at the Baunia North, ES division and part of Baunia district. Right. So, there is a bus running from Kalam to Sampatnur. Direct bus. Right. This is the people living here should know what's going on right now. So, these are things. So, next map for the okay, right. This one, right. Okay. Now, here, this is from 2020, JAFFNA will have pipe sewerage 12%, northern province will have pipe and water 65%. I hope you confirm that. So that's projected. Okay, let's see. But maybe we may not reach road, but if you strive hard, we can get something close. That's all. Okay. Mahavali. Yeah, next one. I already receiving Mahavali water to Alaveva to Jodhurela to Andhra City. Yes, it's already received. 1976. 1976. Yes, 76. Yeah. So only thing now they have to increase the flow either to NCP canal or to district. Or they may have developed other plan, land development without irrigation system. So anyway, you can see things are happening, whether you like it or not. They are happening fast. Things are within the last 5 years. The total population of the Baunia South Sinhala division has increased from 18,000 to 26,000. You can go to the voters list, you can see. 13,000?
Yeah, not 32%.
No, Baunia South Sinhala division, I am referring. Baunia South has one Sinhala division. In 2012, a population of 18,000. Now they are district handbook shows about 26,000. 26, that is just 100% increase within a very short period. That is the government service. Bogus flavor 1, bogus flavor 2, Nanthanitya Gama, Namal. I have written a big article on how the UA was created and the history. Okay, so then I must thank everyone for this and the organizers and giving this opportunity. And I think that place is before you and it's left to you to ponder over them. And thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.